Hey guys, hey girl, hey, it's your boy Darren Green back with another one of these episodes. This is episode 203. I'm guessing. I'm thinking, I don't know. Once I put the episode up, it will definitely I'll know. I'm here with my lovely co-host Medusa. Show off what's going on. Show her some love, child.
Drop the bombs one time.
Drop the Okay.
You will not bring your ghetto here.
Okay.
I always bring the ghetto wherever I go.
Okay, period. We not on no Denisha Carter type shit.
Ooh. We surely are not.
You heard about that?
I was just going on. I don't even know who Denisha Carter is.
Girl, it's the one with it's the AI girl with the green eyes.
Oh my god!
And she had that texture, girl. Not you starting shit on other platforms.
I was gonna talk about her on my show too, but we'll get into it.
We'll get into it because I'm gonna come on the Medusa Monday, the Messy Monday.
All right. You know, I'm actually co-hosting with someone on Monday, but we can do it next month. I don't know if you know, she be like hot tea but we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about backstage.
Just in case, because she's new. So yeah.
So I had an eventful morning, okay, because I had to go to the bank because I had to get some things in order, make sure my business account is all together. You cannot like when you're doing something at a bank, child, it takes almost a whole half of the day. When I tell you, I was like, it's a good thing I wrote topics the day before because I'd have been like, girl, I wouldn't have had no time to write topics. I'd have been like, girl, we gotta come back. But yeah, like I had to get everything situated. Now I'm over here waiting on YouTube because I could finally cash out, finally for the first time, my first honey. Okay, so thank y'all so much for, huh?
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I thought you said something. But thank y'all so much for really interacting and being watching the show and making it so that I can finally cash out for the first time.
And thank you for having me.
Oh yes, you're also on the 1,000th video of this channel.
Oh shit! How did it do?
No. This is the 1,000th video.
Oh wait.
yes. We're currently at 999. Once this uploads, it'll be 1,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's the milestone on the channel. I've been doing this, making a lot of videos.
Yeah.
I need to make more. I know I have not been visible lately, but it's just we're over here trying to scramble to find out what we're gonna work at next, child, because we're about to close our branch. And I don't know if I want to go to another branch or I want to go to another company at this point, child. Well, I went to the bank the other day. My bank, I bank at Citizens. They talk about some we hire. I'm like, hold up. Okay. Put on that. Come on.
Let me apply too. I've been applying for jobs as well. The money is coming. I'm speaking it into existence. And I'm gonna be cashing out them YouTube checks too. That's my goal.
Period. We are manifesting. Okay.
I'm worth it.
Yes.
But let's get into these ghetto ass topics, honey.
We do, child. We do gotta get into the topic. So let's just get on into it, okay? Now, first of all, Tory Lanez, Leprechaun. We talked about him briefly. Well, we did talk about him for a little bit on your channel on how bro got 10 years. Okay, he got 10 years, and now we're finding out that the lawyer is trying to appeal the sentencing.
Well, that's what people typically do when they want to avoid accountability. That's not surprising.
And I find it so funny how he makes a statement like this, like, "Oh, I still have love for Megan and yada 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 and all this other stuff." It's just like, bruh. And no, go ahead.
Didn't he make like a cover art or like a visual of him like cutting up a horse and like using a horse to reference the stallion? Like, nigga, shut up! Like. It's the gaslighting for me. You were completely unapologetic this entire time for the last 2-3 years. Like,
yeah. And his whole situation is all his undoing, if you really think about it, because and it didn't dawn on me until I seen this creator respond to this other creator. I don't know if you've seen him on TikTok, but he said, "Oh well." I don't know if you saw it yet, but it's making its rounds. But as he said, the video starts off and it usually stitches. It's like, oh, people that don't that think Tory Lanez is innocent, hate black women or whatever, and then they usually stitch him and really get into his ass. One creator really stitched his video and said basically Tory Lanez could have gotten away with this scotch free. It was his team and him that was talking crap about Megan, which made Megan admit, because she was going live for him.
Right. At first she was saying like, oh, like at first she didn't say anything.
Then
she vaguely was like, I was shot, but like didn't say by who.
And
then they kept on putting out information. She was like, you want to keep on lying on me and like making it out like I'm crazy? All right, Tory shot me.
Yeah.
So, but she should have. Megan better than me, because the second you even if you threaten me, I'm going to take. I'm gonna take that very seriously. That's not something to be played with or taken lightly. So,
yeah,
I wish a nigga would pull out a gun on me and like really point it in my direction and pull the trigger and think that I'm about to protect him. Like, black women, we need to take off the cape. And that's really all I have to say about this whole entire situation.
Right.
Mario and his cards, I don't have nothing for him.
Well, I mean, we do have, so that's another layer of the conversation. We have a round of celebrities coming out and other people coming out making these letters. We found out that Iggy Azalea, what she wrote, her whole letter got leaked. And I want to talk about that specifically because I didn't read the whole thing, but some of the parts in there, I'm like, girl, what is this? What is this? And then come to find out she's making new music. So I'm like, okay, this is what it was. This is what it was.
Exactly. I don't believe that she didn't. I think that was her intentions. She knew that the shit was gonna get leaked. Cause ain't nobody checking for her. Ain't nobody thinking about her. When's the last time somebody talked about Iggy Azalea?
And in the letter talking about how, I sold in my day of being an artist, I sold over 1 million records and I worked with Beyonce. But she went in the. I'm like, what is this? Is this a letter of lenience, or this is like, what you trying to do? You trying to sell the damn judge something? I mean,
she worked with Beyonce.
She said something about she opened for her before. I'm like, Beyonce don't even have openers, not recently, and you wasn't around that long, girl. If you don't get out here, and then she want to say, she said something to the effect of, I don't condone abuse because this happened to me. This type of stuff happens to me before, but also not condemning Tory's actions. I'm like, so what are you doing? Like, this girl doesn't make any sense.
She's a white walker. She's a white devil.
Not a wolf.
Yes, she is the devil. She is Lucifer and reincarnated. She should have never had a platform in the black community to begin with. Like, she knows nothing about it. Yeah, she knows nothing about hip hop. She has no respect for our culture, for our people. I hate her. I hate everything that she represents. I don't hate her. I don't hate anyone except for
everything that she represents. And then in the end of it, I'm coming out with music. Girl, ain't nobody gonna stream that.
I wouldn't be surprised if some people did, and that's the sad part.
Child, who listening to Iggy Azalea at this point, 2023?
I'm gonna get my girl. I'm gonna get my guy.
Iggy was only good for that one song. Everybody like Fancy. That was about it.
I said, baby, you do that. And
then Mario, I mean, I'm not even gonna get into Mario, but like this one quote that he said in there, I've never seen Tory act out of character. I'm like, good for you.
But Mario is an abuser. Like, I have to say allegedly, but like, Mario he made a song with him. He gives abusive teas. We see how he was showing his ass at the versus battle. Like, he left a disgusting, nasty taste in my mouth. I was so turned off by that whole entire interaction. Like, the way he was just like, I don't want to say bullying Omarion, but like messing with him.
Really?
Yes. Oh my God. You don't remember the versus battle?
You be pointing it out, but I don't because I seen that versus battle. I thought it was banter.
Oh no, it was past banter. It was bored. Like, it's one thing to be like, I do see what you're saying, like, playing around, messing around, but it was past that and like tiptoeing on disrespect.
Was just like, what was he saying again? Like, was he saying like
at first he was like playing around. He called him a dancing little nigga. Okay, he was like, you a dancing little nigga or something like that. because he was dancing a lot. It was funny, but still, it's disrespect.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then he like put some water on, like a water bottle on the ground, like, and was like, "Hey, can you pass me that?" And it was like all the way on the other side, and it was like, "Oh, like," and he was like, Omarion was like, "After you've been disrespecting me this whole time, no, nigga, get it yourself. Like, I'm not getting up." And he was like, "Oh, I thought you were so peaceful, and like I thought you were so zenful, and you can't, like, I'm just messing with him." And
We
it's
don't
just
fuck with Marion either, but like at the end of the day,
we don't fuck with Omarion. Why?
I don't know. He did something. You know, every time someone goes on Love and Hip Hop, I instantly start to dislike them because like it shows a side of them. Like I think it was like the way he treated. Okay, April was okay, but maybe I'm off.
Okay, because April went and fucked the homie, smashed the homie.
Okay, but there was something he did though. There was something Omarion did. I cannot put my finger on it, and I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna send it to you.
Well, I've always thought that Omarion was pretty unproblematic. If anything, I find him to be very boring. If we're gonna critique him for something, he's a fucking snooze fest. But for the most part, I don't remember. I mean, that and him, you know, staying silent when it came to Chris Stokes or however it comes. Okay. We know Omarion. You know where the bodies is at. You know what about
but that whole thing with now I remember it was like the whole beef between B2K and then Omarion, thinking he was like kind of bigger than the group. Anybody come to see?
That's what they say, but I still feel like Omarion definitely was on the trajectory to you know, going solo. Like
I mean, it was short lived too. Most songs.
It was. Oh, but no, don't do that. He had some touch.
This icebox where my heart used to. That was my song.
Come on, don't do that. He had a cute little run. He went a lot farther than any of them jiggers on B2K would have went solo.
Yeah, because a lot of y'all just loving hip hop glorified. I mean, loving hip hop, and then Raz B, you done worked your way to the bottom.
Nah, Justice for Raz B. He was
okay.
No, they was doing him. I mean, he was living with Chris Stokes. They had a house.
But no, I didn't mean it in that way. I meant it.
I know. I'm just saying that that's why. But I'm saying that's why he's like that, because he's traumatized. Like, he's clearly on drugs, allegedly. We have to say allegedly.
Allegedly.
Even though we have eyes and we can clearly see. And he looks the worst. He's washed. He's okay. I was about to go in. Right.
Okay, but yeah, anyway, back to Mario. Girl, fuck you. Anyway, my one last thing that I'll say about this whole situation, I think that, well, I guess we got to talk about the other gremlin in the room, child. Why they was leaking information to DJ Akademiks? He had a whole thing. I don't know. Now, see, you want to talk about drugs, and I'm not saying allegedly on that. His lives, it definitely he put in a few bumps before you got on live stream, because not you went from calling out, I guess, the people, Megan's people, or the girl, Megan Cuffin, that was reporting the news, to you coming for Erykah Badu for no reason because she says she called you a mouse back in the day, and to you coming for SZA. Like, what is going on? What is up with that?
He just needs to get popped in his mouth.
Yeah,
like you didn't have any of this energy for the Migos when they was sitting in your face doing like I was put on Bash and Bougie. You remember that?
Well, no, they wanted to smoke for Joe.
Oh, that's true. But
yeah,
still,
it wasn't.
It was.
But let's share the screen, girl. You wanted to come for Erykah Badu, and Erykah Badu had them incense for your ass. You
bitch.
Watch out. They're gonna sit for your IP address comes out, child. And I'm not promoting doxing. But shit, look.
I mean, if it happens, it happens.
If it happens, it happens. Ain't nobody care about that, child.
Oh, I thought you were gonna play the clip.
Oh, y'all want to hear it? I mean, this is what he said about
disrespectful.
I don't know, joke with
he's
you.
Garbage.
You on your little Twitter following or whatever the fuck you got, bitch. You came up in here raving around sage and all that type of shit. Fuck y'all niggas. Y'all niggas gonna have to show me now. I'm sorry. I've gotten to the point. Y'all got to show me. Y'all got to show me. Ack is at the point. You got to show me. You got to show me. If you don't show me, I'm gonna disrespect y'all. You got to show me. You have to show. I promise you have to show me. I'm at the point. You have to show me.
Now, mind you, this is why he's upset.
You know who you look like? You look like Jerry, the mouse from Tom and Jerry.
Hold up.
I
know
That's not right. That was going.
Girl, you look like a goddamn mouse, and I'm not playing too much of that music because I might get copyrighted. But anyway, sir, you I can't wait. He was also coming for poor Megan, the girl that was covering.
Why? What did he have?
I mean, because she was the one that came out with this post saying that Tory and his team leaked information out to ACT, and that's why he was able to get the news that he was able to get. But my thing is this. Your news was kind of like, okay, you definitely have the inside scoop. I mean, like, is it that? I mean, I get it. You want to protect yourself, or you try not to get sued or anything like that, or prosecuted, because conversations are not supposed to be had outside of people in the courtroom. And if Tory and his team were doing that, I mean, I was even hearing stuff that Tory was there was certain witnesses that he ended up being in the same elevator with.
Wow. My question is, where is Erykah Badu's baby daddy's at? I mean, she got 3 of them. Why don't they just pull up and jump his ass? And I know one of them specifically. I mean, I would think all of them, but I know one of them don't play by her. The last one. What's his name? I forgot.
They gotta find him. Huh? Once they find him, they got him. This man don't go outside. He moves like a person that does not go out to the events. He's not in the limelight like that. He may be big on the internet in his little chat room in his little basement that he at right now, but he's not out nowhere. Nobody knows where this man lives. That's why he can talk like this. Because let me tell you something, the energy when he was on Everyday Struggle was not this. Girl,
right.
You were an intern, honey. You was Joe Budden's intern.
Intern. Yeah, he definitely doesn't have the same energy for men that he does for women. And
he don't. Like that time, that boy, I forgot that name. Fine.
Vic Mensa.
Oof,
Lord. He's not.
And the way he said, I want to smack the shit out you. I'm like,
smack me, daddy. Smack me.
And look what he on too. He's on Rumble. That's that new conservative YouTube.
Who?
Child. He's
Akademiks.
Akademiks. If you see it on the corner, it says Rumble. Yeah, that's a lot of racists, a lot of right-wing conservatives go there. You see Sneeko, you see all them, the fresh and fit, those whores.
Whole lot of cool shit.
You said whole lot of cool shit.
Whatever happened, this is random. But whatever happened to Zeus and Mero or Deuce and Mero?
Who?
Come on, the guy. They was like podcasters, kind of Deuce and Mero. Okay, never mind.
No, I don't know, because I don't listen to a lot of male podcasts except for myself.
But they were like good though.
They were good.
Desus and Mero.
Desus and Mero. What, they used to be on YouTube a lot?
They was on Vice, and like they was just like a healthy like this is a healthy podcast with 2 black men, and then like they broke up and we just haven't heard nothing from them.
Yeah, them podcast breakups be girl, because it happened here before. It happened here.
You broke up with someone on the podcast?
Well, I didn't break. I mean, we were good. We're still talking, but my original co-host, I mean, we kind of like, after we stopped the podcast, that's when this podcast took a huge like break, and I'm still in the process of finding, hosts reoccurring. I know y'all come on here at the kind of see y'all hard the guest co-host, but
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it wasn't on no bad turn for the people in there. Be like, oh, what happened?
Me.
Nothing happened. It's just he was moving on with his career. He wanted to pursue. He's pursuing his musical career, and there was points where he was just like traveling. He was doing other stuff. He was going to like actually getting on the plane and going places. So he wasn't able to, you know, still do the
Commit.
show.
No, I get it. It's hard to find someone that's able to commit. And you know, it's also hard to find people that's doing the same thing that you're doing. Like, you know, like, yeah, I'm struggling with that. Like, I know a lot of people that want to get into this space, but they're, you know, they don't have an established platform, or they have a TikTok, but they don't do YouTube, or, you know, they have a YouTube, but they don't do TikTok. I would prefer but it's just like nobody is kind of like just like full-time content creators. So it's like really, you know, it's not nobody, but it's hard to find people that are like passionate about it. So
passionate about this type of
these
stuff.
are the woes of being a creator.
Yes. I think for me, for us, because I know we're both on YouTube and TikTok, the balance of trying to be visible on both, and it's like I can sit there and make a video and do well on YouTube and don't do well on TikTok, or it'll do well on TikTok but not do well on YouTube.
Do well on YouTube. Yeah.
And
I'm still struggling to hit 1,000 views. I think my highest video has like almost 700, but it's like
I haven't had a hit like that with a YouTube video in a long time. Usually my shorts do it, but my shorts that's been lacking. You know, and it's just, you know, it is what it is, you know. I'm still gonna put out content, like I'm still gonna do what I got to do. But yeah, it's girl, it's hard out here for these creators. But just to put a pin on this whole Megan situation, I just find it so funny how there's like not a lot of outpour of support or wishing her well. It just seems like everybody is so focused on, oh my goodness, like he's gonna get in there for 10 years. And this is why I can't wait till this topic is completely do his time, whatever, and then he'll just disappear into obscurity.
You think he's really gonna do that whole 10?
I don't think he's gonna do the whole 10. I think, you know, he's a celebrity. You know, he ain't gonna get the whole 10. They'll give him like 5 or 6, and then he'll be out on parole or something, or good behavior or something. Because you know they're gonna make that story, child. You know, he's doing wonders in jail. He's uniting. When they were saying he's uniting the inmates together, I'm like, girl.
Oh, he's been locked up this whole time?
He has been locked up. I'm like, go ahead, child. Inspire them all, honey. Child. You need to speak to Ayan. I keep on saying Ayan. Actually, she don't. You don't need, because she'll probably sit there and be like, "You were wronged, and I understand your pain, girl."
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Okay, let's move on. We got to get into this topic now. Now, Ts Madison, round two. Ding, ding, ding.
Child, you gotta be one that have a drink in the morning.
Child, I have a coffee, okay? Because that.
I'm drinking water. I was drinking last night. I still feel it.
Now, okay, it all started when she got on.
I'm sorry. How did this all start? How did we get here?
Right, because Ts Madison went on the Jason Lee show to talk about the whole situation.
Did you watch it?
The situation. I watched clips.
I watched the whole thing.
You watched the whole thing.
I watched. I think I tapped out like maybe 25 minutes left, but I watched like majority of it. It was a good interview. It was
a good interview. I might check it out. I'll definitely, because you know
they got into the mess. They got into the mess really early on in the video, which is what, you know what I mean. I thought I was gonna have to sit there because it was long. It was like over an hour, but I thought I appreciated them. Like I think like maybe 5 minutes in, we was talking about Tasha. So yeah, which I appreciate.
You know how that was. And you know when you're big like that and you talk about Tasha gonna always have her little get back. Now it was revealed that Ts Madison will be suing Tasha K because of the possession of the passport, and I didn't even know that she actually physically had the passport. It's in Tasha's.
She doesn't have a physical copy. She has a picture of it.
When I seen the interview, it sounded like Tia said she actually has it.
No,
she has a picture of it. Okay,
there's a picture. Somebody. She said that she sent the picture.
Somebody else has it in their possession.
She said that she sent the picture of her passport to somebody, and they sent it to her, like her management.
To one of her managers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Now, as to why you're sending pictures of your passport to people, I'm not sure, but I mean, she said it was for management, like if they needed, I don't know.
identification. I mean, you have to if we're
Right.
putting your name into something or
Right.
some type of brand or whatever, if it has to do with e-commerce money, you getting money from it. Okay, we need some identification.
So so she sent the picture to her, and then they leaked it to her.
And Tasha K posted it, which was so stupid. You did all that to prove that she was okay. She was born a male. All that to prove a point, and now your ass might get sued by the shit.
Well,
because
apparently now you can get jail time for that, can't you?
Really?
Is it a felony?
I did not know.
Maybe I could be wrong, but it's definitely illegal as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. So let me just finish the story. So word got out, and Tasha K goes off on TS. I mean, she's on her. She makes a post, and I'm going to paraphrase everything, but basically she said, because I guess Nikki's name was brought up. She's alongside all the misgendering. She basically brought up the fact that Nikki says that you got blocked because you running around with people that she don't like, and how you talking so well on Nikki when you're in the same places with people that drag her all the time and drag her family. Now my thing is this, like, Tasha, what this got to do with Nikki? Don't invoke her in this shit. Please don't, because girl, I hope the queen don't want to respond. Don't respond to this bull crap.
She won't.
But what was your point of bringing up Nikki?
I personally don't think that Nikki fucks with neither one of them, and that's the sad part. Like, y'all keep on, both you and Maddie.
Yeah, because TS is like, I just called her the other day.
Girl, shut up. Like, Nikki is not like, and let's be clear. Let's be very clear. Nikki tolerates Ts Madison because we live in a political climate where like trans women are like the thing, like it's a hot topic. That's it. Like, that's all you're a prop to her and a token. And I hate that Maddie allows herself to be that. Like, I'm not saying that Nikki, I'm sure that Nikki is very nice to you when you come around and this, that, and the third, but like, let's be clear of the reason why. And
political correctness.
And same thing with Tasha. Nikki don't give a fuck about Tasha K, but
she trying to make sure you ain't talking about her.
That too, and but your enemy is my enemy, so we're cool. It's one of those things, but she's not genuinely friends with you. She just likes that you be going in on CardI. So she keeps you in her pocket. Like, Nikki benefits from these relationships that she has with these women, and I just think it's funny, and they do too. But they need to stop.
How did you feel about TS's comments on Beyonce, like how she was like put into the song and everything?
I didn't have any thoughts. I mean, I don't remember her saying anything controversial.
Well, it wasn't nothing controversial, but I thought it was interesting. I was like, oh wow, she got compensated. I was like, how the hell TS got compensated, but Khalees didn't?
TS, well, because Khalees doesn't own her music. Oof. So she paid the people, the owners of it. I mean,
shit.
What's her name? Messy Maya didn't get compensated.
Who Messy Maya?
I did not come to play. Wait, no.
You talk about
what happened? What happened? Yeah, what happened at New Orleans?
And that's crazy too, because he came for Beyonce, and then like because he's unfortunately deceased. I was like, damn. Beyonce, let me stop. Stop it.
But back to Tasha K.
But Tasha and TS, they need to stop. Like, at this point, it's over. Like, what is going to take for y'all to stop?
You heard her talking about the kids.
What kids?
She was saying that her kids look like, it's not funny. She was saying that her kids, Tasha's kids, look like starving kid, like those feed a kid in Africa starving commercials for only 35 cents. You too, like, yes.
So now we delving in anti.
But I mean,
black territory.
She doxed her. She put her information out there. So,
I mean, call a spade a spade. You call me this, I'm gonna call you that. I'm gonna talk about things that you see. You want to talk about things I'm sensitive about. I'm gonna talk about things that you sensitive about. And we all know, when you have a child, that's something that very sensitive topic. Don't come for my child. But like,
I just think that I think that Tasha had this She had this passport and shit in her pocket this entire time, and she just was waiting for the opportunity to let the clip out, like to empty the clip.
But at what cost? You already own Cardi B. Now you're gonna have to potentially.
I think she is unraveling.
Well, her psyche.
You know, she just doesn't have anything. I don't want to say she doesn't have anything to live for, but she's just like, fuck it. Like, what else do I have to lose? Like,
yeah,
y'all are
really
already, you know.
And then I was hearing that. Speaking of that, the whole Cardi situation, there was something else that came out. Let me see, child. Let me see if we can share the screen. They saying Cardi B reportedly files a new lawsuit as judge not to dismiss Tasha K's $3 million debt after
I
YouTube
did see
filed.
that.
Like, she coming after your neck. I mean, that's what I'm saying, Tasha. You got bigger fish to fry right now, other than Ts Madison.
But I'm thinking maybe Tasha needs the views, so she gonna like strum up drama so she can, you know, like, cause she needs the money. Then did you hear that she Funky Dineva said on TGIF, she was like, yeah, he was like, I just got off the phone with my girl Tasha, and she told me how she plans on not, you know, she told me how that basically she has no intentions of paying Cardi back, and she told me how she's gonna do it. And it was just kind of like,
Did he say how?
He didn't say how, but the fact that you said it on your syndicated platform that like this woman, like, it's just not, you know what I mean? Like, she has some sort of like loophole to get out of it. Like, I'm like, isn't this? And this is a very like this is still in the courts.
Yeah, can't they
like,
interrogate him now?
That's.
I mean,
she responded, so, and it didn't seem like she was happy about it. It's giving you, but you there's no honor amongst thieves.
If that's your friend, why would you? Well, I guess.
Anything is content. Anything is content. Anything is TV.
Yeah, these content girlies, they not really your friends, and people have to really understand that too. You told Funky freaking Dineva. We know Funky Dineva to be real messy. We know Funky's past.
I wouldn't. I'm sorry though. I love Dineva, but when he did that, I was like, why would you do that? Like, if me and you had a private conversation, why would you even though you still didn't say how? Why would you, indicate that or hint at that, that I had no intentions of paying, and like, aren't I supposed to be coming off as like remorseful and shit?
And we know Cardi B got ears everywhere when it comes to her. So she probably heard that and was like, oh, well. Child. I don't know how this is going to end. This is going to end with child. She might, you think she might get arrested at one point? Be like, girl, if you don't pay this. Because it's clear she got the money. I mean, not saying she got the whole money, but she got the shit that she was showing us. You got more than $4,000 in your account. You got that money elsewhere.
You think she has millions and millions of dollars?
I don't think she has millions and millions of dollars. I think she got more than some $4,000. Like, when she showed us the little bank thing, I'm like, girl.
I mean, we know she's making more than that because YouTube pays very well.
It pays very well. She gets a lot of views. I mean, that's
right.
You can map out. There's sites right now for pages that are not a part of the YouTube program and pages that are. You can map out with the views that they're getting how much money a channel gets. Like, you can go right. I forgot what the website is called, but you could search up any YouTube channel and it will give you a diagnostic on how much a page costs, how much a page makes.
It's paying out, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you can look up Tasha K. Child. Tasha K. Now,
I'm gonna be on that page.
You say I'm gonna be on that. You know her lawyers is probably looking at them sites trying to see. I'm like, oh no, she making this, she made this. Where that money going? Girl, she being a penny pincher. And look, at the end of the day, at some point, even though I don't really care about Tasha K like that, I don't really care about the girl. But
I like her.
CardI. Like, at some point, child, do you really need this 3 million, girl?
I mean, but she keeps on fucking with her though. Like,
who keep fucking with her?
Tasha keeps fucking with
CardI.
Yes, she talked about her about Takeoff.
Oh yeah.
Like, you keep on making.
Yeah.
You just won't let it go even after you lost, and you keep talking about it. So
You probably just can't talk about nobody that's close to CardI at all at this point. Like, and that's as a creator that gets into the hot topics. I'm not saying I will be defiant like her, because she really is. You know, she's dying on this hill. But like, damn, it's just like, I need to. If it's a topic that's coming out and it's real and everybody talk about it, I need to cover it too. But it's kind of hard for you because, like, girl, you got sued from other people. Like, it's just she's in a rock and a hard place, and I get why the antics at this point. But girl, I be a little bit smarter, child. You got children. I mean, you got people that's, you know, I don't know what that man. What he do? He do anything?
He hold her down.
That's about it.
No, I think he's like a businessman. Like I think before YouTube, he was like the breadwinner. Like,
Okay.
So yeah,
he's
the best thing that she got.
Honestly, because girl,
who's next?
Well, since we're on the topic of Cardi B, this is the only news and music that I actually have. Cardi B had got into some. She got into some hot water with some people, and I'm gonna read this whole story and I'm gonna get your thoughts on it. She posted an update picture of her hair growth, explaining, you know, the road that she took to get there. Despite the critics, she captioned it, "My hair has grown so much. Let me know if y'all want me to do a video on my homemade hair oil by me." Now, it triggered some internet users as they began to criticize her for seemingly downplaying the role of genetics it had, you know, with her hair length. And a couple of users directly condemned Black women, especially suggesting that there is a problem with them accepting hair advice from someone of Latin descent. Now, on both sides, I'm kind of
like, girl, really? Like, my thing. Okay, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is like,
go ahead.
You have to trivialize everything regarding Black women. Like, y'all don't do.
What did it have to do with Black women? That was my first question with this.
Y'all don't do this to any demographic. Like, if another demographic came out and said that, you know, hey, I have this oil that grows my hair, I've seen an inch of growth in the last couple weeks, y'all would accept the growth and call it a day. But when it's a Black woman or anything regarding Black women, because a Black woman that's an adjacent Black woman, because Cardi B is not Black, you know, y'all make it like a whole conversation, and it's so annoying. She says she has a homemade growth oil. If you want to get it. If you don't. Yeah. Don't bring Black women into this. And yeah, I do agree. I'm sure genetics does have a play into it. But if her hair is growing, then
she doing something right. And Cardi, I mean, do she what type of texture you think she? I mean, she looked like she. I'm not saying she got 4C, but her hair is a
little nappy. She got some nappy hair for a Latin woman.
And my thing is this: it's like, okay, genetics. At the end of the day, I think for us to say that it kind of slights Black women in a way, because there are Black women that can grow their hair naturally and that can, and I've seen some that had their hair down to their back. It's all about how you know, take care of your hair. Anybody has the capability of getting some long hair now.
Right.
You just have, but I think for so long we have, you know, a lot of, you know, we learned a lot of bad behavior with the relaxing and certain products that we put in our hair that's really not good for Black hair. I think that's the reason why genetically, or it can seem that genetically we can't produce good hair, but we actually can. And there has been a change from the past couple decades. So for them to sit there and say, "Oh, you taking advice from a Latin woman?" Like, how that sound, girl? I don't know. It rubbed me the wrong way. Like, the people was really out there coming for her, and I was just like,
listen, Aries, I think not only that, again, y'all only question hair length of Black women. A non-Black woman can walk into the room with her hair to her ankles, and y'all don't bat an eye. Y'all just accept that her hair is long. A Black woman walks into the room and her hair touches the back of her neck, and you're asking her, "Oh, is that your real hair?" It's
Mhm.
rude. It's microaggressive. And then, like, God forbid, it's longer than that. Then she has to part her hair and all this other shit
Yeah.
to show you her scalp, like she's on a goddamn auction.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah, that's what it's giving.
it's
And I think the people that were complaining and criticizing CardI they were outside of. I don't even know if they were black at this point, child, because you can't trust anybody with these profile pictures.
exactly. That's another thing. They always doing that shit. They are like non-black people, even like non-black Americans, like people who are outside the United States, they always like will start this conversation, and it's like this has nothing to do with you. It's the same thing when it came to affirmative action. Like, who started that conversation? A Canadian Asian student is where this all this hoopla came from. And now we don't have affirmative action, and higher education is no longer available as available to black people on the behalf of a Canadian Asian. What the fuck? I'm just over it. I really hate how these people, these outsiders, feel so entitled to our community.
Yeah, just to have the conversation and trying to and another thing, it just seemed like everybody's outraged about something. Like, this girl didn't say you need to be doing this. You need, like, I'm gonna put y'all onto this oil. Every group has remedies. Like, I've seen the whole mayonnaise thing.
Yep.
I mean, and at the end of the day, you use it at your own risk. I mean, but girl,
exactly.
I don't know.
That's
People
so
just want to get
stupid.
outraged about something. People want to be outraged about something.
But I just think that people just wanted to go out their way to remind CardI that she ain't black, and I'm not mad at that because she's not.
Yeah. Do it another way though.
Right. I agree.
But yeah, okay. So I know you had some topics that we can get into.
I'm gonna save them.
You want to save them?
Unless you want to talk about it.
I did want to. I mean, because this
Which
was
one?
this was kind of a hot topic though, child.
Tay?
Not Lil Tay, child. They said that she done passed away, but the family denies it.
Fuck this little. I'm sorry.
Ooh.
Because I'm trying not to curse on your platform.
No, it's
F this little bitch. Okay, I don't care, y'all. I don't care that she's underage. I don't care about none of that shit. She was a part of she came with the plot. What is it? I'm gonna bring you the bullshit with Todd or whatever. She came up with all of that. Like, first of all,
what if it was a scheme that Todd set up?
Her and her mammy set this up with the bullshit. Girl, you had everyone believing that you was dead for over 24 hours. You could have you had access to your phone, you had access to something. You could have made a viral video and cleared this shit up immediately. But you didn't. You sat on the information because you and your mammy or whatever, because you're trying to make a resurgence back into the media. I see through all of it and faking, and it's like this little girl is fucking talentless. Okay.
Oh, I thought you were about to say talent. I'm like, girl, where?
Talentless. She's mediocre but she's worse than mediocre. And that's why you have to cosplay as a black woman. That's not working for you anymore. So now you got to fake your own death. And now she's going to probably reemerge as something else. Girl, fuck her, fuck her mammy, fuck her daddy, uncle, fuck everything about this little girl. Period.
I think that when it comes to and when they say fame is a terrible drug, that you don't do stuff like that.
And I'm sorry, not only that, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But like to fake like I don't now I because I did kind of believe that the page could have been hacked or something like that. But yeah, you could have got on somebody else's account and went live. If they would have seen your face,
there's other platforms. You have other platforms. You could have went on Twitter. You could have went on Snapchat, TikTok, YouTube. You have other platforms. Did all your platforms get hacked? Stop. And I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm with you with that. Like, yeah, you could have very much got on any other platform to say, hey, this isn't true. My thing is this, I was on one of the firm believers of there's something fishy going on with her in the family. Like I remember those times when we saw those clips where the brother was kind of coaching her on what to say and how to say certain things. This girl is an actor, okay? And I'm not trying to say that it could be the family that could have been behind this, and maybe not her particularly, but it could have been the family. But see, the family came out and denied it. So it's just like,
oh no, the family is definitely behind it, but I'm over all of them. Like just like how we just talked about these Canadian Asians coming into our community and ain't nobody asked for them. Okay, she's a part of that fucking problem. She fits the mold. She's not American. You know that, right?
Oh, I did not know that.
No, she's not even a fucking American, nor is she's not black, she's not American. Why are we even fucking but because we are too lenient. And like, I don't give a fuck that she's a child. I don't care. People, children, there are child murderers. Children be doing fucked up shit. Okay. Children, like, so she, like, yeah, maybe when she was 9 and 10, but you're old enough. And then here's my thing. If you don't want to be famous anymore, then just shut the fuck up and don't be famous. Like, just like how you was able to shut the fuck up for a whole 24 hours while everybody thought that you was dead. Okay, keep that same energy. Let's just all keep pretending like you dead. Fuck you.
Yeah, because I mean, and it really did. Like a lot of people were coming out and was like, "Oh my god, like this is so bad." Like, girl,
there's one of my mutuals on TikTok, and I'm kind of side-eyeing him a little bit.
Oh,
I don't remember his name, but if I did, I would say it. But he reported on the story, like, did a whole deep dive because that's what he does. And now,
who you talk about?
That's
I wonder who you talk about.
I wish if I had.
Do you know if I follow him? He one of my mutuals too. Is he like a big page?
He's black. He has glasses.
And he's skinny.
Yes.
Okay. Was he the one that really got into that whole story about the guy that about them white dudes? The dude.
He does cover a lot of white stories. So
okay. So this creator, he was a black guy, black gay guy that was accused of doing stuff while some of his mutuals asleep or whatever. Okay. No. Okay. All right. I forgot. Something star. But yeah, go ahead. I think I know you're talking about.
Story. He talked about the whole deep dive. You know, he's like one of those deep dives TikTokers.
Yeah.
And about this is when it first came out that she would, had passed. And then like the next day, he's like, she's alive, and story, like, gave very little information. I'm just like, girl, you have a large platform and you just did a whole deep dive over something that did not happen, and now you're coming back and like giving us like just like, oh, and it's just like you're kind of part of the fucking problem.
Let me tell you something about these. How long was the video? Was it a long video when the first deep dive?
Of course the deep dive was long, and then like the second, like, my thing is, I didn't report on the story one because I don't give a fuck. Maybe I'm heartless, but but I wanted to wait a little bit so more details could come out because it didn't make no sense. First they saying that she died, then like, oh, her brother died too. That don't make no goddamn sense.
Yeah.
So I wanted to wait, but I have a platform of 16K. You have a platform of hundreds of thousands of K.
Okay. So and that's exactly what it was. Like, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about that creativity program that you and I just got into. If you make a video that's over a minute and it generates over, I mean, I got like over 100 something just for 600K. I got 600K off a video. Like, these people, and you know how TikTok picks which video will make more, even though they got the same views. But like these bigger creators, they're making thousands of dollars a post. He don't give a fuck about this shit. This is content. Right. A lot of these people on our pages, I imagine on YouTube too. Once we get into that bag, like, they only care about the story. Okay, the story came out. I got to be the first person to get out. So that's why sometimes they be doing their retraction videos, because they're the first one to come out, and then something happens.
That's
and then we gotta come back.
That's why I respect Lovely T. While I don't agree with everything that she says, Lovely T gonna really give you the true tea. She's not gonna just jump out there just to be the first person to, jump on the story. No offense, Tasha K be on that time too.
She be on that type time, child. You want to come out,
jumping out, telling us stuff. That's how she got caught up with CardI. Weren't they
without knowing the full truth? It made no sense.
They was feeding her false information, and she reported on it, and then was like, "Well, I already knew that it was fake, and I reported on it anyway."
Yeah, when she said that on live, I was like, Tasha, you never admit. Like, even Wendy was wrong about some shit. She ain't never admitted it wasn't true. Girl, why, girl? And they caught you in 4K.
When being real is being too real. Like, come on.
It's just it's a mess. I mean, I guess it's good that the little girl ain't died, but damn, like y'all need to do better. Her, the family, the brother.
Yeah, it's good that she didn't die, but look at what her and her family have done while they're alive. They've done a lot of damage. Like, so fuck them collectively.
All right, child. Well, I guess that was the one topic from you that you wanted to get into.
Huh? No, that was about it.
Yeah, he's about it. You ain't want to get
other topics. I need to hear. I need to do more research on.
Okay. So you don't want to do a
who for?
Yeah.
Put him in a cage.
Look, because I feel like because you brought it up. I'm still kind of on it.
That's another one that I need more research. It's like I saw him in the cage. Have you seen his videos though?
Let me tell you something about Phor. I've seen it. I'm trying to find it too. There we go. Let me tell you something, and this is what I was saying. People act like, I mean, no, not people act, because y'all don't know, y'all didn't see the page, but like when this photo came out, when I tell you, so many people was like, "Oh my stars, people's grabbing their pearls." I said, this ain't half of what he be doing on there.
And he has this on Twitter.
He's on Twitter. Yeah, he on Twitter. He got a spicy page, because he promotes his spicy page on Twitter. He do a lot of this type of stuff. I mean, he got the whole dog mask. They be walking him.
Also, he likes to be degraded.
Yeah, I mean that's a kink. It's like a little kink thing. Yeah, I mean he got pegged. They pegged him. But he makes sure he's the last to do the doing, child. Because I'm getting pegged, but I'm also pegging these girls. Like, girl, okay.
So that's what they take turns on.
Yeah, they verse. He a verse.
I mean, I don't know what works. If it works for them, is he in a relationship? No.
No. I think that he's just doing stuff with other content creators. He's working with other people. He recently got into an interview where he talked about, I don't know if it was the Angela Yee show. I'm like, oh, look at Angela Yee got her own little breakfast club.
She's actually doing a lot better. I don't watch her show, but I feel like, I don't know, it just seems like she has more of a backbone now that she left.
Because this is her show, really. I mean, she does it with the Jasmine brand. You like Jasmine brand? I like her.
I do.
Yeah, she's cool. I remember she liked my post one time. I was like, oh my God, it's Jasmine brand.
Right. I'm surprised she's working with Angela Yee though. I feel like she could do better. I'm sorry.
Really? I mean, but but Angela Yee probably came through with the deal.
Right.
So yeah, I'm gonna go where the money at. But he talked on that show. I think it was that show. But he was like, basically, me after sleeping with like a trans woman, kind of open my scope of things. But I'm sorry. I remember there was this one clip on that show that he was on, that Black Ink Crew, where the girl, like the ex that really came out and said some things, she showed a video. She was like, yo, he literally sent this video to some girl, whatever, and he showed his ass. Like, you was on that type of time. I mean, okay, you sleeping with a trans woman could have awoken something that was always within. But
listen, I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, come on.
I can't say what I gotta say with this picture up.
Okay, I'm gonna take it down.
And I mean this with all respect, but whenever I hear cis het man or just a cis Black man talk about his desires with trans women, I get a little, I don't know, because I find that it's very fetishizing.
Yeah,
it's very like, it's never like, oh, I'm in love with this trans woman, or it's always just like, I fucked a trans woman and it felt good, and it's just like, okay, like
Okay.
I don't know, it's just something about it that's just very like,
be who you.
no, it's not even that. It's like a dirty, like they make it out to be like a dirty little
Like
whatever.
it's a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, and it's just like, it doesn't seem romantic. It doesn't seem, just as a woman, like if I was trans, or just as a woman, period, hearing them speak about their experience with trans women is just very cringy. It's never like just, oh,
Yeah, I seen that clip that you were talking about with Malik Yerba.
He said, and like that's what, and like Angelica Ross and all the other trans women that like were, getting behind him. I'm just like, girl, he is fetishizing y'all. Like, why are y'all even supporting? Why do you? But I mean, I guess you thought it was a step forward, but it really wasn't. Like, he wasn't talking about you like you were a human. He wasn't. So
yeah. And I think when you only get that, it becomes like, I'm not saying Stockholm syndrome, but like, you think that that's what you need, and no, you need someone that's going to treat you like a human being first. Now, I don't know about Phor, but what I will say in defense of a lot of heterosexual men involving themselves in sex with women that are not conventional or the norm, when it comes to pegging, or when it comes to the woman being the dominatrix, whatever that means, right? I do think that we're now come to a place where heterosexual people in general are now understanding that they don't have to be in the box that was placed into them in society. So I will never fault, like, if a woman want to be a little bit dominant, she want to whip the man, she want to even peg him. When it gets to the trans stuff, it does come off fetishizing, and then it turns into a whole different conversation.
I'm just talking about the way they talk about them. But
yeah. But when it's between, because I be telling my best friend now, I'm like, look, and I'd be like, girl, ain't nobody making y'all do nothing. That's not what you into. But I'm gonna tell you right now, some people, you got some heterosexual friends with they persons that be doing, you don't know what they do behind closed doors, and it's okay. And I don't think that I don't know. I don't know what y'all think, but I think it's okay if it's like, you're exploring your sexuality. It's not just putting the P in the V. Okay. Sometimes maybe the girl want to put on the strap, or maybe the boy want to get whipped. I mean, it's sex.
Right. And sex is intimate.
Yeah.
So,
and there's no one way to do it. It's multiple ways.
I'm sure I would think that from a cis het, or just, I would think regardless, I'm just gonna speak to cis women because because that's all I know.
Right.
I've never pegged someone before, but I would think that it would be like, I don't know, like a moment, like, okay, we're here. Like,
both people got to be into it. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So I would think that would like ultimately bring y'all closer together.
It could. I mean,
it's just not for me. But then they say, because that's what Ts Madison was talking about with Jason Lee, that like, cis het women, we're part of the problem because a lot of us are not open.
She said that.
Yeah, I'm taking her words out of context, but she said that we all contribute to the problem, including and the problem being down low men. That's what she's saying.
Oh, okay. Well,
and she was saying, like, we don't, cis women, we don't foster safe environments for them to be who they are. And
I wouldn't have said cis women. I would have said the black community in general. If we're talking within our people, because and then I'll also layer that with, because of white supremacy,
right?
Because
absolutely.
The way that society has it, we're supposed to be in the closet. We're not supposed to say this. We're not supposed to do that. So I think to just say cis women, we're only the product of our environment.
Right. And she also took it a step further and was like, and these, the people that are sleeping with the down low man, whether it's, men or trans women, they're also a part of the problem because they know that they're on the low and they're like keeping their little secret. So I appreciated the conversation, but I wouldn't be comfortable with fucking a man in his ass. I think that you should just go find someone that is.
That does, yeah. And this woman out there like that. This woman, because I know what it is. It's like you taking the power back, and it could be some women like that, or so
Yeah, there are
it's
women that like
thing.
it. I'm not
Yeah,
interested.
And it don't even have to be just pegging. I mean, you like I said, put them in a cage, put them on a collar.
Maybe we could do that. I could do that.
You could do that.
Yeah, I think maybe a collar. I don't know, maybe like a slap.
Now, see, I wouldn't be with Phor particularly because I feel like he definitely fetishizes a lot of things, honey, girl.
Yeah, he's gross.
But I could see myself doing all that. And, now the pegging, I'm a bottom child. I don't do
so
that.
you're not versed at all?
No, I'm not versed, child. No. I'm gonna put you in a cage though. No, but I'm just saying, like, it's definitely some people, like I said, some people, even in the gay community, like it's very much I with us, some of us, we try to hold on to, okay, you the man in the relationship, I'm the man, you the woman, but like you gotta understand, we gotta break that, like, because we can't be like them because they're them and we are
right.
We have to learn
the
balance.
You're not heterosexual. You can't operate like a heterosexual.
See, I think that becomes because we never really learned how to properly be in relationships. You know who has? White. I give it to white people. I give it to because they were in, and I'm not saying that this is something like I want a white person now, but no, I'm just saying that they had more, like more of them. A white gay guy is more likely to get married to either a black person or another white person more than a black man that's like not super rich or wealthy. Because like when it comes to the gay community, you see a lot of people in the entertainment industry or people that's wealthy. If you black and you gay and black and you got money, a white man's gonna come to you. But if you're just like regular, and it's unfortunate that a lot of us don't get into relationships. We don't really know how to. A lot of the stuff that we're learning right now in our 20s and stuff like that, we should have been learning that when we was in high school, going out and courting and going to the movies and not coming back home and having sex. Like you literally just go out and you don't learn that type of stuff when you learn that shit now. When
I feel like it's the same for heterosexuals though.
I don't know. Heterosexuals, they had, I mean, if you wasn't pulling rank back in the day, then yeah, you wouldn't know. But like for the most part, y'all experience a lot in y'all teens and high school years, like when it comes to dating and stuff.
I don't know. I feel like our generation, maybe like the generations before, maybe, but this generation, like people don't go out on dates. People honestly, a lot of these relationships are situationships. They just fall into fucking and then they've been fucking for some time and now we're together. It's not, that's how a lot of these relationships are forming. And it's not like, oh, this person pursued you and took you and courted you and took you out and like proved themselves to be worthy of your time and made it clear from the jump that they, their intentions were like that. A lot of people don't experience, like a lot of us, we're not getting that. That's few, far and in between. So yeah.
Right.
And a lot of black women. I mean, I don't know if you saw, we was talking about like single motherhood on my TikTok.
Yeah, I know you've been going back and forth with it. Child.
A lot of black women, they are not getting married. Like, let's just call it.
That's true. That's true.
We're not getting married. And so this narrative that y'all want to create that like, oh, well, white women are the face of single motherhood. Well, white women are still the face of marriage. Like, let's be very clear. White women are still getting married at higher rates than we are. So, and we're not slowing down and having kids. We're not. I've been to more baby showers than I've been to weddings.
Weddings, yeah. I ain't never been to a wedding.
Well, there you go. Because people aren't getting married. And if they are, it's later in life.
That is so crazy. I've been to so many baby showers. You get what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. I mean, it is sad because it does feel like, love is dead. I mean, But I do look at people like you, Medusa, like you really, you married and you it's a good thing. I'm so happy for you, but it's just like I have not seen that with a lot of
I'm
people.
the exception. I'm not the rule.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. It's like that's why it is a lot. It is a lot of pressure. It's like, damn, like it is a large accomplishment. Like, but you don't. And then when I say things, people think that I'm being, cocky. But I'm just being honest. Like, you don't really see people doing it like we're doing it nowadays. You don't.
Yeah. It's just, and that's a whole.
We're gonna talk about it on Monday. You coming on?
I would love to come on. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're gonna do it live?
I'm collaborating. We'll talk about it. I'm collaborating with somebody, but I don't know. Like, I gotta ask her. Like, does she? Does she have what equipment that she has? Like, is she doing it from her phone? Is she doing it from?
Yeah, you gotta get that situated because it's gonna be live, right?
Right.
We gotta make sure everything is done correctly. Because
I guess I could pre-record it though.
Pre-record it and then put it out probably the next day. I love pre-records because lives, it just unless I'm, we got a lot of subscribers shot. I ain't gonna go live too much. I mean, the only time I go live is when we do the show because it's a lot easier. To put the stuff out and it's not really gonna be a podcast. But no, like when I'm doing podcasts and stuff like that, like I pre-record. I pre-record and then premiere the shit. Okay. Right. We going live.
Right.
But yeah, I was gonna talk about Tyrese, but don't nobody care about him, child. He want to sit there and sue Home Depot because he got one of his workers, Fernando, to goddamn use his credit card, and they was like, "Nah, we need ID." Like, girl, what you thought he was gonna do?
What is wrong with Tyrese? He has fell from grace.
Yeah, he did, child.
And I used to love him. I used to adore him, worship his dirty draws, drink his bath water. Love Tyrese. But he's such a bitch ass nigga. Like, I just don't
his baby boy
him.
character is him. Oh, let me stop.
And I used to think that him and Taraji was such a cute couple. I'm glad she dodged that bullet.
Wait, they dated before in real life?
No, they didn't date. But I just,
just fucking around.
No. Like, I just thought that they had really great chemistry. And I just was like, okay, no.
I feel like what Tyrese he got a white girl.
He has a non-black woman, yes.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah. No sympathy. Okay. I had to ask.
I'm sorry, speaking of Taraji, just going back to I don't know, never mind.
Go ahead.
She just deserves so much better. Like, why hasn't somebody wiped her up yet?
Yeah.
And remember
when she got on that award show and she was like, "Oh my God, we need you, black men." My best friend do not like when I tell you when she said that, she's like, she looks freaking pathetic saying that shit. I'm like, girl, well, I mean, I get why she said it.
We need each other if we want to continue this black race, unless you want us to just obliterate.
Right.
What is it? What do you want to do? You want to breed out the blackness? If because that's what some of y'all sound like y'all want to do. If not, if you want to continue our black lineage, we need black men and they need us.
Yeah. I don't know, child. I think that a lot of us are very proud. And that's where it comes from too. High strong. Like, it's like, look, let me tell you something. I ain't begging. I'm not. I think after the years of just seeing how black men really do be treating black women, I kind of stepped out of talking about that too much because that's for y'all. That's why sometimes when I be seeing, because I watch Cynthia G, I never comment on her stuff or anything because I feel like it's not my place. But I understand where people like her really do come from with these bandits because it's like it's too many of the bad apples, and it's just like at this point, you know what? All right, I'm gonna just do me.
She's a bit extreme.
She is though,
and I just wish I don't know, but we're gonna talk about it. No, that's definitely a topic on the Medusa show. We're gonna talk about black single motherhood because I got some backlash but we have to be for real. Like we're going. I'm gonna
talk
put a
about
pin in it. I'm gonna put a pin in it. It's gonna be a good show.
Right. It's gonna be a good show, just like this one was. Thank you so much for joining.
Anytime.
Yes.
Thank you for having me. Yes. That shit. I feel like that's like modern day cooning. Honestly,
The NPC.
is that the AI thing?
Well, no, the girl done came out with a song sound just like Jocelyn. I'm gonna send it to you.
But like what she's like making, but like she's making money pretending to be AI, right?
AI, yeah, like it's like emotes and all that other stuff. He's like, hey, thank you, baby. That's a level like a cowgirl. Like it's stupid. Like I don't watch it, but like every time I flip through and she on live, I'm like, girl, what
But
y'all
you
be
see,
doing?
people are starting to do it, and they said that they're making money.
They making like thousands of dollars. I heard.
You think I should? No,
I can't imagine. You probably come out of character when somebody say some shit like, did you just say something bitch block? Girl, get the fuck out of here. I can just see you right now.
I'm just like I'm like my dignity.
Right. You see the black dude that be doing the one that he be doing the GTA. Like now it was kind of funny because his mom, I don't know if this was scripted, but the part where his mom came in was like, what are you doing? Like, what's going on? Like, are you on drugs? He said, you better jump off. I'm like, what the what the heck? It's
so lazy. But I mean, if that's what the girls
is TikTok doing, that TikTok has always been like that.
Right. If that's what the girls is doing for money nowadays, I mean, I have the platform. I could definitely. We'll see.
Shit, I might too. Shoot.
At this point, I think it's because that writer's strike. Nobody got nothing to watch. So if y'all willing to pay me money to act, whatever. I don't know. I might try it.
You gonna try it? Okay. If you try it, I'm gonna. No, I ain't gonna.
I might.
You might.
They say that
you gotta make up your own emotes now because now I mean there's people that be, like, so every time somebody sends you something, you gotta make up your own emotional reaction to it. So like, for example, the dude that does the glizzy thing for the glizzies and he be going like that, you gotta come up with something different than that. Cause like, I mean, there be people that be doing the same thing, like they be copying off each other, but like if you want to stand out, like he was able to stand out because he turned it into like he was a GTA character. Maybe you could do like there was one person that did like a Sims character NPC, like Susu and all that, or saying all the languages that they be saying and all that.
Okay.
Like you got to make it into your own.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
I just feel like there's like a fine line between doing that and like cooning, like because I could easily like be like a black girl caricature, and I just.
Oh, they was doing that.
Of course,
I've seen some people that was
do
with the bonnets and the massa and all that. And they,
no.
Then they had the cotton field, green screen and shit. Yeah, I already seen that shit. I was like, girl, what the hell, block?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for Monday though.
I know it's gonna be lit. Well, all right, guys. Be sure to check out Medusa's page. Her page will be linked in the description from wherever you're listening or watching this podcast. You already know. Give this video a like, leave a comment because I know y'all will. And until next time, I'm your host, Darren Green, and this is the Darren Green Show signing out. All right, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.